purchase the game are not happy. Are you fucking surprised still? The hashtag #FixWWE2K20 has been trending since Tuesday morning as fans have been upset with everything from bad graphics to missing features, items being left out of their collector's editions, and hundreds of other issues. Sony has been granting refunds to PlayStation 4 users. There's no word yet on Microsoft doing the same for Xbox One users. But the topic on social media today is how the game really is that bad. Bad enough that Sony is paying it back. I've seen some videos because I've been interested on the train wreck. Everybody last year was like, 19's pretty good.
Too.
You should start buying it again. I said, no, the last one I bought was 18. And I won't buy it again until they do good at least 2 years in a row. And they really shit the bed here.
It's going to be a while. Some of the graphics are just awful. Just
terrible.
Awful.
They don't even try to get faces right half the time anymore. And the people they do get the faces right on aren't the people who matter anyway.
Yeah, it's... I don't know what to say other than I'm glad other people are saying this because I'd seen screenshots of it and I wanted to shit on it. But sometimes I feel like I overshit on things. But I'm coming to realize I don't think I do overshit on things. I just think a lot of things are getting really shitty.
Of course, their big excuse is Ukes left them partway through development, so they had to scramble to redo everything. WWE needs to get away from 2K. 2K needs to get away from WWE. And WWE needs to take 3 or 4 years off from releasing a video game at all. Don't. Work for 3 or 4 years on one video game and don't release them every fucking year. Honestly, release one on a console and update it throughout time, throughout the entire console lifespan.
There you go.
It's a big argument I have with a lot of game developers these days. You should do that because you're gonna Call of Duty every year. You have a new Call of Duty. Well, that's my biggest argument when it comes to this end.
Oh, there you go. I got you.
But yeah, release one fucking title and update it. You can 100% change it every year, but don't make people pay more for that shit when it's the same as last year. You know what I mean?
I mean, look at Fortnite. Fortnite straight up black holed their shit and started all over again with the exact same game.
It was so much fun watching the kids for 3 days freak out because they couldn't play.
It was fun. You know what was even funnier? Well, okay. God, that sounded super shitty. Let me change that. I wish we had to edit. It's not funnier. I guess you know what was even better? Is my son was in the hospital all those days, so he didn't even fucking miss out on anything. I love how I said, you know what's funnier? My son was in the hospital for 3 days. What an ass.
Gotta own it now.
God, I sound like the worst fucking parent in the world. That was really bad. Oh, you know what else is really bad? Not the next news segment we're going to talk about. But basically, we got the comings and the goings, and there is some really bad info at the end of this that we just have to bring up. Not only because it's being reported, but because at least Fat Mack has a gripe with it. Paystee, I'm just gonna throw you under the bus. Paystee has a gripe with this shit. Take it away, Paystee. But something that was awesome, super fun, and I touched on it earlier, so we'll just zip through this again. Sunday's Impact Bound for Glory pay-per-view. Joey Ryan made a surprise appearance in the Shot Your Call. Fuck. Throwing off. Just, whoa. But he was there, Paystee. SoCal Uncensored broke the news that this is because the King of Dong Style has signed a multi-year deal with Impact Wrestling Paystee. Wow. As we mentioned, wow. Joey commented
on... Why is SCU breaking that news?
Because... the group of Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, and Scorpio Sky got their tag team name from their very favorite pro wrestling dirt sheet or news or whatever you want to say.
So does that mean there's going to be a tag team called Beef Sticks someday?
SoCal Uncensored. I hope there is, honestly. Yeah, SoCal Uncensored. I guess we should preface this for people who don't know. SoCal Uncensored is its own pro wrestling news site, which was around long before SoCal Uncensored, and they've said in interviews that's how they got their name. They were just like, hey, we love these guys. We called them up one day and said, hey, can we use your name? And they were more than happy to have their name plastered everywhere. So, yes. Joey commented on Twitter shortly after the announcement, and he said it made the most sense. Impact Wrestling has been the most consistent wrestling program on TV for the past 2 years. Wow, that says something from Joey Ryan.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, AEW hasn't been on for 2 years, so he's not dogging them. He also said, I get to keep all my indie dates, and best of all, they let me be me. And that was no more abundant than in a spot that I actually forgot about and glossed over when we were discussing Bound for Glory. But they did the penis plex, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they did a snake penis plex, which was awesome. Joey Ryan threw the one hand on his penis. The next guy threw that guy's hand on his penis. And then the next guy threw that guy's hand on his penis. And then Eddie Edwards jumped in. And he looked like he was just going to take out Joey Ryan, and just stop the penis plex altogether. Eddie Edwards walked to the end of the line and grabbed the other penis and got penis plexed on purpose. Oh!
Awesome.
I fucking marked out at that spot. I can't believe I forgot to. The reason I didn't write it down is because I was marking out, but I can't believe I forgot that. That was really cool.
To me, it sounds like I get to keep all my indie dates was the one little jab at AEW, and let me be me is the jab at WWE.
Yeah, and even if it isn't, that has been a plus for a lot of Impact wrestlers, is not only does it seem like they're getting treated good at Impact, but they get to keep most of, I know he said all of, but I'm gonna emphasize, I'm pretty sure it's most of, not
right.
all of.
Yeah.
They're in, like, they can work for other companies. So that's huge when you can go out and make extra money. Back in the day, WWE and WCW had a lot of their best wrestlers, and they'd send them away to go work in Japan for like a month.
And we said it when Joey turned down WWE and AEW. He needs to be in a position where he can go everywhere.
Yeah, that's what he likes to do. And that's kind of what his character needs. He's I worry about Orange Cassidy and AEW.
Yeah, yep.
Because you can't just overexpose that character.
Granted, as a manager, they haven't been overusing Orange Cassidy very much. So that's
not yet. No, it's very good. Woo.
We also saw the Impact debut of Ace Romero at Bound for Glory. Romero appeared in the ladder match for the X Division Championship. Romero has previously wrestled for Major League Wrestling and made an appearance in the Casino Battle Royale on the AEW Double or Nothing buy-in show.
Yes, AC Romero, the big old dude that made quite an impact. No pun intended. I'm excited to see what they do with this, and I'm excited to see the matchup between him and Congo Kong. Because just two giant dudes. It might be really boring and stupid, and I might shit on it, but I at least want to see it once and see what they can do with each other, because they're two big giant dudes, and it just reminds me of back in the 80s when giant wrestlers just collided.
Kong is for wrestlers what Lil is for rappers.
I love it. I love it, Paystee. That was great. And it's true.
It is.
More news coming out of SoCal, Paystee. Indie wrestler Jake Atlas, real name Kenny Marquez, he's set to report to the WWE Performance Center in January. The California-based grappler, which is probably why SoCal Uncensored got the news, made his wrestling debut back in August 2016 after training at the Santino Brothers Wrestling Academy in California. And he was named Southern California Rookie of the Year in 2017, so not shabby. Atlas competed in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla's BOLA, or Battle of Los Angeles tournament last month, losing to Dragon Lee in the second round. He then worked one match in ROH's tapings in Las Vegas. It was then reported that he turned down a contract from Ring of Honor, surprisingly. SoCal Uncensored also noted that AEW had talks with Atlas, but no contract had been offered.
Man, ROH is so far at the bottom of the pile, I feel bad for them right now.
God, it's sad, but if we know anything about Ring of Honor, is we know that they got a huge upswing coming.
Yeah.
But right now it's Impact's turn, and AEW's working on it. We got to see what they have to offer.
And NWA.
I don't think they're ready to hit their big upswing yet, but I'm proud of what they're doing, and I'm happy to watch it. I got to be honest, I really don't know Jake Atlas at all. I watched highlights of PWG's BOLA because it's one of my favorite events, but it's honestly really hard to find.
It's a long watch.
Even when you know where to look, it's hard to find. And yeah, it's a long watch because it's multi-days of it. I mean, this is a real tournament, folks. So I don't have much else to say on this.
Well, one name you should know is Matt Sydal, and he's signed with Evolve through Evolve 142 on December 7th. But what is really interesting is that he's being billed under his former WWE moniker, Evan Bourne.
Ooh.
And with Evolve's WWE connection, could this possibly lead to a return to the E and a return to the tag team of Airborne? Xavier Woods is out for a year. It could happen. Boom!
It could. It could. He has 4 dates with Evolve. Right now they're on their next event is going to be 138. So he has 138, 139. Or no, it must be 139. He has 139, 140, 141, 142. So he has 4 dates that he's signed with Evolve, which is just going to be fun. I love Matt Sydal. I think he's amazing. I think he does great. I think let me put it this way. He's getting older, and for him personally, if he can get in with WWE, it's probably great for the money.
Well, yeah. Even if it's just a trainer in the Performance Center, really.
Yeah, if for that, that's cool. For me as a fan, I don't want to see Evan Bourne on WWE TV because they're going to do the same thing they did before. They're not going to use him correctly.
No. They'll slap him and
even in
Kofi back together
205
in a heartbeat. And then Big E won't have anything to do.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, 205 Live's still a thing as of right now.
Weird.
Holy shit.
Everybody's been drafted elsewhere.
Holy shit. Talking about somebody with some WWE connections a little bit. Ivelisse Velez, who you probably know from Shine, where she held the company's top championship 2 times, or if you're a male chauvinist pig and don't watch the female wrestling companies, you might know her from Lucha Underground, where she held the Trios Championship 2 times with Matt Cross and Angelico. She recently had a tryout with WWE, also. Not signed, tryout. Now, some of you may remember, which I didn't until I put a little research into this, that she was Sofia Cortez, both in FCW, when Florida Championship Wrestling was the training ground for WWE, and the early days of the non-game show NXT. This was after it was a fucking reality show farce.
So she's been grinding at this shit since, like, Cena was grinding at the bit?
Oh, Ivelisse is a veteran already, and she's one of the best wrestlers around. I mean, just look at her time in both Shine and Lucha Underground or anywhere.
It's odd to me seeing most women's wrestlers have a shorter shelf life than male wrestlers.
And she has a very physical style, not physical Congo Kong, physical Pac, you know. So there you go. But one reason that you may not know her very well from WWE is that during her time in WWE, not only did she have impressive matches with Natalya and led a stable with Paige called the Anti-Diva Army, but her brief time in NXT is notable for her reporting Bill DeMott's physical, emotional, and sexual harassment to the offices, and most people, including herself, say that was likely the reason for her being released from WWE during her initial run, as she was the first to report that the former Hugh G. Rection was putting on this misconduct. Who would think Hugh G. Rection would do anything wrong? You know. And most recently, for some of you that maybe don't watch all the indies or male chauvinist pigs and won't watch Shine or Shimmer, Ivelisse was part of AEW Women's Casino Battle Royal at AEW All Out earlier this year.
Yes.
She's amazing.
So I think going forward, anytime we reference a wrestler with the name Kong, we've got to take out Kong and preface the whole name with Lil. So like Lil Aja, Lil Awesome, Lil Kong, or Lil King Bundy. You know what I mean?
Lil King Bundy. That sounds like a rapper, doesn't it?